Hey guys, well, welcome back. This week I'm on a brand new listing and I'm photographing. You can see it behind me, a beautiful home, large barn, fully tricked out. This is going to be a great property for maybe horses, if you're looking for a small hobby farm. It's about 40 acres. I would say it's about a 60-40 mix of woods to tillable open ground. Perfect location for having your horses. There's amenities to manage the horses. This is going to be a great property. I'm going to take you on this tour as I photograph it. Come along. Well, I always say that's the best part of my job is I get to come out and see gorgeous properties like this. And I'm telling you, opportunities like this do not come along very often. This is a perfect situation for a guy or a gal that's looking for an outdoor lifestyle in the country and not too far of a commute, either south to Menominee or west to the Minneapolis-St. Paul. You're right off of Highway 64 and Highway 25. You're only a couple miles off of that. It's a perfect location. And I got to tell you, would you ever get tired looking at that? I mean, right over my shoulder right here is the house. And this is the view outside of the back door. As I said at the beginning of this, it's about a 60-40 mix, maybe a 70-30 mix of open land to timber. It might even be 50-50, I don't know. But either way, it's a rare combination of finding land that's got both open ground for maybe some tillable or horses and hunting opportunity, and that's what this has. As I walk around here, I'm going to get into the timber, but I can tell you right off the bat, I'm seeing some pretty good timber. So there might be even be a little bit of timber value here. If I wanted to come in and thin these woods a little bit, it looks like it could, use a little cut. But I think what this property is really going to do is this going to talk to a person that is looking for maybe some horses, wants to do a little bit of hobby farming, because right now all this land is in pasture. It's got amenities for horses with a some type of watering bubbler trough, I'm going to call it, where it fills up, it keeps the horses watered, and it doesn't freeze. And then the barn itself, which I'll show you at the end of the video, it doesn't have stalls in it, but it is ready to go. It's clean, it's set up, it's got water, it's got electric. So use it for your horses or use it for storage, either way. So let's get around. I'm gonna walk this property. I'm gonna photograph it up in the timber now. This is fantastic. What's kind of cool about this property is there are two ridges that come down. Here's one that I'm in front of. Probably 200-300 feet of elevation, some pretty good timber. It comes down to a classic bottleneck. I mean, it's like a sand hourglass, I guess, sand hourglass. Big field here, narrows down, the ridge comes down, goes back up, there's an opening, and then another field. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that for a funnel. So as you can see in here, there's actually some pretty good timber. I don't know if I consider this, again, marketable timber, but if you wanted to get up in a tree, this size tree, or something like this, this is a good, shoulder width tree, and there's a number of them in here. So this is well set up as far as having all the raw ingredients, if you will, of hunting. I don't see hunting amenities so far in the form of tree stands or box blinds, but definitely could be put in here. And again, this could probably benefit from a little cut because I'm seeing some species I'm going to talk about in a second that I'd take out right away. Okay, as far as the species mix goes, right behind me, these big trees right here, these are popple, and there's a number of them right here. There's a little patch here, and I can see that they're at their maximum age. These all are, 40, 50-inch around trees, and they're at the end of their lifespan. And you can see there's not a lot of browse down below here. So what a guy would do is come in here and have a guy take off this little section and get this regenerating. And these popples, once you cut them, they're going to have a ton of little shoots that are going to come up out of the ground. And all this area down here at the deer's level is going to explode with browse, and it's really going to enhance the huntability and the attractiveness to this property for all types of wildlife, be it deer, turkeys, bear, grouse, everything. So you're going to want to come in here and probably cut these trees. They're all ready to come down. Okay, so here is a classic funnel. I'm coming off of the ridge here, 5 acres or so. I'll come here, I got a secluded field, perfect little opening, You can sit up in the house, look at your through your spotting scope and watch them come off this ridge and right into that side. This side here is probably 5 acres. I'm gonna say this is 10 or 15 acres of timber with a perfect funnel. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. This is classic. This is literally a pinch point that's only 25 yards maybe wide. So perfect pinch point. Come down here and plant some secluded food plots. Woo-wee! I tell you, it doesn't get any better than that. Okay, here's the back field, and this field's got to be, I'm going to say it's close to, I'm going to say it's pushing 10 acres, I'd say. And this is the big block of timber here. So this is the larger block coming down to the funnel where you can see the home, and then going back up the hill, timber there. So perfect hourglass. I mean, that area right there, it doesn't get any better. 2 ridges coming down, funnel, that's money. This could be put into corn or soybeans or just left as hay. You know, the soil here in Dunn County, in this part of Dunn County, is a little sandy. As you can see, it's a little dry, a little easily dry, sandy, but it does really well as a pasture land. That's a lot of what they do here. You can grow corn, you can grow soybeans. It can be worked, but you just got to be careful because you can dry out the soil. Okay. I just climbed up from down there, so I'm up on the second ridge. I get up top and see what I see, a box blind. So there is a nice box blind on the property, and look at this view. You can see why I picked this. I can see 200-300 yards down there through some pretty mature white oak and red oak, a little bit of ash. I see some maple in here, and a little bit of popple too. So quite a view, and a great box blind to boot. Let's go check it out. Okay, well, I climbed up in this guy's blind, and I tell you what, this is fantastic. And this is one of the coolest parts of my job, is I get to come and see the handiwork. But check this out, tongue and groove all around, probably insulated. It's fresh wood, great looking windows that are glass, these pneumatic open and closing. There's some sliding windows here, and he's got a seat. But he sits here and he looks out the window at this. Check this out. That's your view. You got a ridge coming up here. You got a ridge going that way and a ridge going that way, and you're right at the top. And I tell you what, that is a view right there, folks. That's just the funnest part of this job. You get to sit in everybody's deer stand. Does it get any better than that? I don't know. So a couple more features. Nice trail system. This is the primary ridge. There's a secondary ridge here. There's a lot of converging ridges up here, and these are really fun to hunt. These bucks, if they're down low, they like to use these secondary ridges and come up. So great, stealthy, simple approach. Multiple ridges all converging, going down to that funnel. I mean, this is a deer hunter's paradise on 40 acres. A lot of diversity, a lot of surface area with all this undulation of the land. And that adds up to great hunting for more than one person on 40 acres, which isn't always easy to find. Okay, here's a food plot waiting to happen. I'm coming out of the timber, and I'm up on top of the ridge. Now I am close to the road, but the road is down off this buffer right there, so nothing can be seen. And check this out, nice little top field. Heading over to the house right down there. You can see it from here with your spotting scope. Fiber optic cable got installed today. So there's 1 gig, up to 1 gig service here. So if you're a person that maybe lives in the Twin Cities and needs to commute and you need an easy way to get to work, you fly down this road, it'll take you to 64 and you head west and you're right in the Twin Cities. Work from home, commute in when you need to. It doesn't get any better than that. Okay, we're back at the house. Now, I can't tell you guys everything about a house because I want you to go to my website and look at it. So I'm not going to show you inside, but we have plenty of photos inside. So go to whitetailproperties.com, click on the state of Wisconsin, and go to Dunn County, and you'll see this listing. It's already there. $610,000, 3-bedroom, 2.5-bedroom up, beautiful views down the valley, and 1 bedroom, 1 bath down, unfinished or partially finished. There's a lot of room in this house. It's got some really nice amenities. It's very clean and well kept. I'm going to take you to the barn next because every guy wants to see the barn. All right, let's go check out the barn. Holy cow. Is this not your dream barn? This thing has tons of space. I'm going to say it's 40 by 90. It's got some type of heating system up top there, radiant heat. This place is set up, concrete floor. Floor is looking really good. And wow, This is a man cave right here, folks. He's got room for everything. Now he tells me that he originally set up this back corner there, I believe, for horses, or maybe here, but obviously there's no stalls. But fully wired. I think he told me that he had kind of an amped up service. I don't remember, but let's just call it robust. And this has got room for all your toys. It's big, it's clean, it's got electric, it's got the heating system up here. This is a radiant heat system. Exterior doors leading out to a watering tank for your horses. Man, alive. This is set up. This would be perfect for horses or something similar to that. Just fantastic.